Howdy class, happy Wednesday. This is our math video. So like I've been leading up to, this is really a culmination. You need to be able to understand not only all of our previous lessons, but especially Monday and Tuesday's lesson from this week about solving equations with integers and about ordered pairs. You have to understand ordered pairs. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at, this is number 1 on your worksheet today. Number 1. I'm going to give you one example from each section, except for number 10 and 11. So I'm going to give you number 1, number 6, and then number 8. Okay? So number 1, we have a and b. We have the functions a and b, and we have to determine if this function has a relation, if it is a function or not. Okay, so I go from 3 to -2, from 5 to 0, 7 to 2, and 12 to 7. Now there's a couple ways you could do this. You can start with 3 and -2, or you can even start with 12 and 7. We're going to choose 12 and 7 just for ease. So 12 to 7 is -5, -5. And that died. Sorry guys, I was trying to use a different color for you, but it died. So 12 to 7 is -5, is -5. So let's see if the rest of these fit in. 7 minus 5 is what? It is 2. 5 minus 5, is that 0? Yes. 3 minus 5. So if I do 3 minus 5, if I get my number line out, it will equal -2. Okay? So all of these follow the -5 rule. A minus 5 equals B. That's how you would write it. A minus 5 equals B. And that's true. So if I plug in 3 for A minus 5, it should come out to -2. All right? And that's how you would write that function. So the answer to number 1 is yes. And what you have to be able to do is determine if numbers 2, 3, and 4 follow the same rule, if they are a function. If they can follow the same rule, then the answer is yes. If there's something weird about it, if one of them doesn't fit in, then the answer is no. Now, let's jump down. This is number 6. I chose a slightly harder one for you guys. Number 5's pretty simple, but we're going to look at number 6. So now we have our function. It gives us our function, and we have to find what these answers are. How do we do that, you ask? You do it by plugging in the number. So, for instance, 4, so if I have 4, I have y equals 4 represents x, so I can do 4 over 2 plus 1. So that's the function it gives you, and you're plugging in the x. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Make sense? Let's try the next one. It goes to 6. So I have y equals, x is 6 here, plus 1. So we have 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay? We're going to do 8. So we have y equals 8 divided by 2, because x represents 8 here, plus 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5, plus 1 would be 6. Okay? Now, give me a moment while I get number 8 set up. Number 8, we have to find out what the function is of these ones. Okay? So let's see, we have our x, we have our y. Okay, we have 5, 11, 10, 21, 15, 31, and 20, 41. Okay, I didn't put the boxes all around it, sorry. But what you have to do is you have to find out what it means. So y, it will always be y equals something to do with x. This is the finishing number, something to do with x. Okay? So I have to find out, how can I get from 5 to 11, from 10 to 21, from 15 to 31, and from 20 to, I'm sorry, that should say 41. So the first thing to notice is I have 5 to 11. Our assumption could be x plus 6 because we have 5 plus 6 equals 11. Good assumption. So let's try it with the second one. 10, so if I put 10 here, 10 plus 6 equals what? Does it equal 21? No. So that's not the right rule. Now we're thinking, what else could it be? What else could it be? How else is 11 in relation to 5? Well, if I do 5 times 2, so if I do 5 times 2 or 2 times x, then that would be 10, and then I just need one more. So let's try this, okay? So I have 2x plus 1. So if I do this, it would be 2 times 10 plus 1. 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Okay, that one works. Let's try 15. 2 times 15 is what? It's 30. Plus 1, 31. Yeah, that seems to work. And then if I do 20, 2 times 20 is what? 2 times 20 is 40, plus 1 is 41. So this works for all of them. This is your answer. Y equals 2x plus 1. Okay? That is your answer for number 8. So you're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 11 all on your own. If you have any questions, please ask me because it will make it a little bit harder to try to do tomorrow's lesson if you don't understand this lesson. Okay?